All right, welcome to part two of our gradient tool exercise. If you haven't already, please go ahead and watch part one. This is just going to build on what we talked about in the last video. If you've been playing around with your gradient tool, I told you to take it from one corner to the next in the last video, but you can really just grab and drag from every corner and just play with how the colors are dispersed in your photos. You can drag and kind of release. Let's see. You can also use this preset, just kind of drag and like really just move around how the color is intensified. And wherever I kind of pull it, or wherever I place my finger, that is kind of the saturation point, and then it fades out from there. So you can do this, play around with just controlling the color. And again, you're just holding it down, maybe even start from one corner. In the last video, I had you going all the way, but maybe stop in the middle and just move it around and see how color is distributed. Now, there we go. Now, so if let's just say you're going into Photoshop and you want to use, you like the colors that are here and you're having fun playing with gradients, but you want to customize those colors. You can go up and click to edit the gradient, and then kind of these little I guess you could call them little, maybe let's call them little houses because it's a square with a triangle on top, so it looks like a little house to me. You can kind of blend the color and change the color here. You can control the gradient and saturation of depth from one color to the next. And what you can also do, hold on, let me go back. Lost my color there. Okay, there we go. You can click the color, highlight the color, maybe click this house, highlight that color. And then if, say for instance, you have a color code that you specifically want to use, you can do that. And so for me, I use a combination of Photoshop, I use a combination of Canva, and I keep brand color codes saved in each. So I can pull this over, take my color code that I like to use, come back to the gradient, and then just in there, type that color code in there, press OK. Now, when I go to click my gradient tool, oh, actually, let me toggle. I think I want more of my color in there and a little less pink. There we go, click OK. So now I can do gradient using my customized color. And so I kept the pink, but I changed the other side so that more of the lavender that I like to use, my custom color that I like to use, is in there as well and is a part of that fade. And so again, that is kind of the linear gradient. You can play around with the angle gradient here in the middle and get more of a solid color between the two, giving you a more saturated and more angular look versus just the traditional kind of fade color splash. Okay, so have fun playing around with your colors. If you don't already have your personal brand colors, please go ahead and figure those out and find out ways that you can start customizing what you're doing in Photoshop so that you're creating things that are meaningful to your brand and to the brands you serve. All right, I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy Photoshopping.